1.62 for 28.
Okay. And did you get the answer key at some point, or are you still not?
No, I don't think she's gonna.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, nevertheless, we will continue here. 28 is next problem I see.
Mm-hmm.
So these are vertical angles in the middle, and you kind of asked me that. You're like, can you just assume? And you know what they say about assuming, but in this class, at some point, you do kind of have to say, okay, they're
Yeah, and
probably.
I think you actually said something. Oh wait, no. On the study guide for the chapter 12, the last quiz we just had, it said something like assume that all right angles are right angles. So I'm assuming that this is kind of like that.
Yeah.
So
You set 3x plus 35 equal to 4x plus 15. And you do have to solve that for x. That is not the answer, though. You got to always kind of keep in mind, what are they actually asking for? They measure the measure of the given angle. SRT is actually over here. So after we find x, we still have to do something
mm-hmm.
to find the angle.
So minus 3x from both sides with 35 equals x plus 15, and then subtract 15 from both sides. So 20 equals x, and then plug in x into 4x plus 15. And I got 80 plus 15. So I got 95.
Okay. And that's yeah, still almost there. It's 95. We'll call this other one y plus y equals 180.
So 180 minus 95. Angle SRT is 85 degrees.
Good, really good.
Sorry, I didn't understand.
Sorry. So for 20, so I got A for 29.
Yes, good. Any questions on that?
Nope.
All right, that's your typical question where the intermediate answers are in the answer space.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
And then for tangents, we know that angle B would be a right angle, right? Since this is a tangent.
Yeah, and that's actually a good way to do this problem is to do x squared plus 9 squared equals 41 squared.
Mm-hmm.
It's a really good approach to doing this. You can always check answers, if you're more comfortable doing that rather than working it out. Kind of up to you how you see it.
Yeah, I think I'm just gonna do Pythagorean theorem.
Okay.
$40 for x.
Yes. So a lot of these that we've been doing today are Pythagorean triples.
Mm-hmm.
3, 4, 5, 5, 12, 13, 8, 15, 17, 7, 24, 25, 9, 40, 41. It didn't make it on your list, but if you can get a revision, these will save you some time. But good job. Yeah. We'll just keep going here in order.
Sounds good. 31.
This is called a walk around problem.
Oh yeah, I remember how to do these. I kind of remember like the basics of it, but
The other thing here is that all tangents are congruent.
oh right, these are 10.
And so for
So-
example, like N to M is 4
Mhm.
and H to J is 11. So what does that make J to
So
K?
X is gonna be congruent to JK, right?
That's right.
All right. So 4 or so HM is 15. Wait, I need to do that.
Don't overcomplicate this. The
Yeah,
HJ is 11, JK is unknown, the total is
16
16.
minus 11.
Yeah.
It's 5. HJ or JK is 5. So X is 5. That's D. So 32. Same
Another one of these walk
thing.
around problems.
2, 2, 10, 10, 7 to 7. So we're finding X is 6.
Good. All right. 33 is a formula that I hope you got down. We talked about it last week.
I
So
think it's
the centers here, I noticed those aren't going through the center. What were you gonna say?
mhm. Oh, these are inscribed angles, right?
So inscribed is the scenario where it's on the circle. These are
Mhm.
chord angles, I guess.
Oh, okay.
There's probably the correct name. And then there's like one that's more intuitive because they're both chords. They just don't go through the center. We did write this down. I used little m and big M, and then I called this X, and X was the average of them. And that is on your formula sheet, or it is
Mhm.
supposed to be there, you know,
I remember.
okay?
So then we would do 100 plus 130 over 2 is equal to X 1. So X is 150, 115.
Very good.
All right, cool. $34 is there's
This
an
is this
equation
is
for that.
this is an inscribed angle.
34.
Uh-huh. So it feels like it's different than what I made, but it is an inscribed angle.
Okay, so then it's 110 then.
Yes.
How did you know it was inscribed?
Well, I don't want to say this. The vertex is on the circle. That's probably the best answer. Vertex is on the circle.
Oh, okay.
And the one I've drawn over here is the more traditional one. It's an acute angle. This one is obtuse. There's no way to make an obtuse angle have both arcs. are both rays inside the circle. So because it's obtuse, like if it were exactly tangent, it would be 90.
Mm-hmm.
And so then, but that, because it like comes out of the circle away from it, we know it's obtuse. But I guess the main thing is vertex being on the circle for that.
Yeah. Okay.
All right. Number 35. All right. So we did put some formulas on there. I like to refer to this as little m and then big M. And this one was a little bit different. It was big M minus little m divided by 2.
X is 40. Cool.
Right. Moving on here.
See. For 36.
We had another formula, person who doesn't have good formulas is going to really be in for a nightmare here.
Yeah.
I'll use A, B, C, D, and we said A times B equals C times D. So X times X plus 1 equals 3 times 10.
A
So this
times
is
B is C times D. Okay. And then you just plug in.
yeah. Now, this is something you haven't done since last year. Any sort of algebraic manipulation. You're distributing that X to both.
Oh
And
yeah, like
then
foiling.
yes, this is actually the opposite. It's factoring. This is
Oh
one of those
yeah.
times where maybe you just try the answers. You'd say, okay, well, what number squared plus itself minus 30 is 0? Or what number squared plus itself equals 30? Nothing wrong with doing it that way. Or you've got a factor.
Wait, what number squared equals 30?
Right here, like looking at this line.
Uh-huh.
Because the questions say to find X. These are all X values down here.
Oh, okay. So it'd be like 16 plus 4. And
Right.
then okay.
So that doesn't work. So try the nice ones first. Like 6 squared plus 6.
Mm-hmm. It's D.
What is D?
25 plus 5 is 30. But then also, I guess another way of doing it would be like, we if we added both of the x's together, we would get x cubed. And then I
But
think,
there's a mistake there. Don't mean to interrupt, but you can't add these together because they're not like terms. They have to have the same power for you to add them. Like as a reviewer, let's say it was like 5x squared plus 3x squared. That is 8x squared. But it's only because they're the same exponent.
mhm.
You cannot add x squared plus x. They're not like terms. They're not combinable.
Okay.
All right, it's 37. Yet another formula. We talked about the idea of like, this is A, this is B. So the whole length is A plus B. And then this is C. And the formula was A, which is the part, times the whole equals the part times the whole. Part times whole.
Part times a whole. Equals the part times the whole. C times C. So I got x squared plus 12, x equals 64.
Yes, that is correct. Good job. I would try the answers, make sure, one of them will work.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe try the nice ones first, but
How would I do it if say it wasn't multiple choice?
yeah, good question. So this is what, you'll see this again next year. You have to find two numbers that multiply to 64, which is 16 and 4, and get the right signs to do this and factor. So two numbers that multiply to minus 64, but then they have to add to positive 12. And that's really
Oh,
outside the scope of this course. Like they don't emphasize factoring and foiling and all that stuff. You'll hit it again next year. So then you said each of these equal to 0. And then you're like, okay, X could be 4 or X could be minus 16.
mm-hmm.
I'm actually surprised they didn't put like negative 16 in there because it does it while it works in the quadratic, it's not a feasible solution because lengths are
Mm-hmm.
positive.
You're saying it would have been like a tricky.
Yeah, exactly.
Got it. Okay, and then this one.
38. It's
Kinda like
basically the
27.
same. You want to try this one on your own?
Yeah. The part is just whatever we have available, right?
I call the part, it's like the outside. Part means outside the circle,
Oh, okay.
like before it cuts into it. And then the whole is I guess it's
Yeah, the
the
whole
like
line.
the part, yeah, plus what's called the I guess the chord in this case.
Mm-hmm.
So I like to 'cause they generally don't give you the whole, so you have to write it out.
So x is 9.
X is 9, good, really good. All right, let's keep going here.
$39.
Well,
Right an equation.
I may have run out of questions. No, okay, this might be my last page from you also, by the way. If you want
Oh,
to start
okay.
sending over some more
Like
pages that
39.
I have 39 and 40 and 41, I guess, but I don't have anything beyond that.
Okay, let me send those over then.
Okay.
All right, I sent those over. And did you get all the way up to 50?
It looks like, yeah, got all that. All right, so for this one, you need the equation of a circle, which you did write down.
Yeah, I don't know my formula sheet on me though.
Yeah, if I got it here for you.
Okay.
The center is H and K. So you have to put those values in for H and K. It's a little bit odd the first time you see it, but you're subtracting -8 and you're subtracting -9.
What
Okay,
are
the
what
other
are
thing
X
is
and Y? What do X and Y represent?
they're the standard variables in your equations. They just happen to be on the same side of the equation. And that's from this
They just
formula.
have to be.
It has to be in this form to get the information that you need for a circle, which is the
So
center of the,
it's the X and Y are always going to be there.
yes, for an equation of a circle, yes.
Okay. So X minus -8 squared plus Y minus -9 squared equals 3 squared.
Good. And that will also eliminate some answers. 3 squared is 9. That gets rid of B and D.
And then we can make it oh yeah.
And you do want to combine the negatives.
To make X plus 8, right?
Yes.
Okay.
And same
X
thing
plus
for
8.
Y plus.
Nine squared equals. And so it's going to be A.
Now, real quick, I want you to just look at the equation that you chose and the center. And you've got to convince yourself of why this becomes -8 from 8 and why it's -9 from 9. And it comes back from the standard form. And you need this in the next problem. It's so easy to make a mistake. It's always the H and the K are the opposite in sign of what's inside here.
The opposite in sign.
Yes.
So in sign. I thought you were talking about like trigonometry sign.
Yes. Yeah. Sorry. It's the
Got it.
actual literal sign, not the ratio sides. So for 40, you have to determine the center correctly, and then you have your answer. Okay, so
So
it's really about using that same thing we just did here.
mhm.
Like, what is the center of this circle?
1, -2.
Very good. So now you plot 1, -2, which is here, I'll say. That one's got the right center. Letter C.
Mm,
You're going up, you're going down, you're going left, and you're going right.
Oh. Oh, we go on the x-axis first, huh? That's right.
Yes, X, comma, Y.
So to find the center of the equation in 40,
Yes.
would we just every single time just do like the opposite signs?
Yes. Mhm.
Okay.
There's a better way if I were teaching it from the beginning, but this is what you have, and it is correct. It worked.
All right.
And so you just plot that center, and then you have to go, the radius is 3. You know to go up 3, right 3, down 3, and left 3 to get your circle.
Mm-hmm.
And all the other ones like are just off. They're all the variations of +1, -1, and -2.
Cool.
All right,
So
so we're up to
41.
41. Okay. All right, so totally different type of problem here. Perimeter and area. You can do, if you can get one of them, you'll get half the answer, it looks like. So the perimeter, I think, is the easiest thing to find because it's a parallelogram. Opposite sides are congruent. So that allows you to quickly find the perimeter.
Mm-hmm.
8 plus 18 plus 8 plus 18 ends up being 52. So you're down to, what are you down to? You're down to B and D, or B, I'm sorry, B and C. You could kind of estimate it from here, but we can do it exactly. And what I mean by that is like this height's a little bit smaller than 8. So we could figure it out, that like kind of estimate the height of this thing and multiply it by 18.
Mm-hmm.
But probably you want to do it correctly. So to do that, you have to find the third side of this triangle. This is one of those special triangles.
Oh, the 30, 60, 90.
Yes. And they're giving you the 2x side. This is the x side, and this
Oh,
is
so
the
there's a
x root
4
3
down
side.
there. Which means that this side is. So that's a 4. This whole thing is 18. So then this side is 14. Which means that this side is also 4, I think. Yeah. So then we do Pythagorean theorem from there.
Oh, no, you have to decide which side are you given? Are you given the 2x side, the x side, or the x root 3? And you're given the hypotenuse.
Oh yeah, so x is 4.
And then this is 4 root 3, that's the height. Find the
Mhm.
area of the parallelogram, it's base times height. And you now have both of those values. 4 square root 3 times 18.
Oh, okay.
Let me do it in the right order. 18 times 4 square root 3.
Area of a parallelogram is base times height.
Base times height.
So for height, could I also put like, because I drew another height like on the other side where the 8 is going.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
like
fine.
I did that, and then I made that the 4 as well.
That's fine. I mean, you just need one of the heights.
Or
Because
no,
it's a
not
parallel
that. The next to the 18, like on the outside of the
like
shape.
that.
No.
Well, so you're adding extra, you just need one height. The height is from the between the two bases.
Mhm.
If you want to send a picture, you can. I don't think it's necessary. I think
Like
that,
I put the 4 next to the 18, like on that new
oh
triangle
yeah,
that we just
yeah,
drew.
yeah, right there. Yeah, you can do that.
Yeah.
But remember the whole
And
length is
then
18.
from there, could I do from that triangle, could I do Pythagorean theorem to find this side without it being like 4 squared 3?
If you don't want to, I think you got this on your notes, but yeah, yes. If that's your question, yes.
Like so like because I'm just thinking like if it was like bigger numbers and it was like 17 squared to like point something and I just wanted to like do like solid numbers.
Yes. Yes, you can do the Pythagorean theorem on this.
Oh, okay. Cool.
All right, so the answer is ends up being C. 41.
Nice.
When we go on to 42.
One sec. Mm. Okay, we can move on.
All right, again, find the perimeter and area of the figure. They've been really kind to give you the 3 sides. So you just add those up to find the perimeter. 0.8 plus 5.4 plus 7.
$19.2. So that
Yep.
eliminates A. And then
Area of a triangle, base times height divided by 2, or 1/2 base times height.
7 times 5, 35. Divided by 2. 17.5. So B.
So kind of like you were asking me earlier, like, let's just say you wanted to find this little piece down here, X, you could use the Pythagorean theorem for that. Not that you need to, but that's always an option.
Got it.
All right, number 43. Find the area of the figure. So this is a trapezoid. And the area of a trapezoid is base
13.
1, base 2, divided by 2 times the height, or you can put the height in front, doesn't really matter. They give you all the dimensions here. You're just using a formula, putting the numbers in.
Plus 18. 31 divided by 2 times 8. 15.5 times 8. 124 meters squared. Cool. And so this next one, 44. Oh,
Oh,
I got
44.
B for
Okay.
this one.
Okay. You got it. Okay. All right. So the next one, yet another formula. I just, like, you hate saying it, but it is just, here's a formula and know how to use it. The area of the figure, there's two formulas for it. One is the more direct one, which is 1/2 diagonal 1 times diagonal 2. You may or may not have that. The other is to find the area of the, like, let me draw it here. This right here, it comes up here. And then you can do the same thing with those. So you basically have two triangles that map together to make a 12 by 18. And then you add to it the other set of triangles. So these right here, they kind of fold onto each other to make another one.
Wait, so because that's the area of a kite, right?
No, sorry, that's not, don't use that. Sorry, that's for a
Okay.
kite, not this one. Sorry. You just have to find the two. Let me do it. Let me color code it here. It's literally two triangles of each type.
Wait, so
Like you're folding up, you're taking this triangle over here and you're putting it onto this one to make a rectangle. And you
oh,
take the blue one here and put it down here.
and then we would divide the rectangles.
Yeah, well, it's two. It's
Oh no,
rectangle.
we wouldn't have to divide the rectangles, huh?
Yeah, yeah.
We
So
just
you end
add
up,
those two. Okay, got it.
and I'm not sure what that looks like. It's probably B.
So 216 plus 216 is 432 for B. Cool.
Okay. The next problem here is very similar. If you grab, it's always about grabbing, there's like take this bottom triangle and you put it up here, and now it's a rectangle.
Mm-hmm.
And then you do the same thing with this one. You bring this one here and put it up on top. And now it's just a big old rectangle here with height 17 and width 44.
Oh. But then, how would we find the area of it?
This is the area. Like
It's
what
just 17
we,
times 44 would be the area?
yes.
Oh, yeah. Okay, I see now.
But you have to roll it up this way or fold it around. It's a great like in class activity. Yeah.
Yeah, that
But
makes
you're not.
sense.
All right, so we're down to like 10 minutes left. So it would be good to prioritize things. I'm happy to just keep going in order, but if you see something you want to work on, and keep in mind I've only got up to 50 also. So
Yeah, 50 is the last one.
oh, perfect. Well, we will get through all this then.
Mm-hmm. So I guess
Area of the circle is pi r squared. That's one going to be on your reference sheet.
oh yeah. So let's just do 47 then.
Okay, 47. I didn't mean to rush you. I mean, we will get through all of these in 10 minutes.
No, you're good. You're good. But yeah, I just realized that 46 is pretty light.
All right. Blah, blah, blah. Okay, find the probability of spinning the color indicated in the, if the diameter of the spinner is 12. Okay, so the diameter is 12, which means the radius is 6, and they're interested in blue. So here's blue, okay? And so you're essentially finding the area of those two sectors,
Mm.
and the area of a sector is pi r squared, but it's the angle out of 360. In this case, you're going to add up the two given angles. I know I crossed it out. It's 90 plus 48 out of 360.
Wait,
Uh,
pi r squared, or so the
yeah,
angle
the
over
central angle.
360 times
Yeah,
pi r squared, or the angle
exactly.
times pi r squared over 360?
Either way, they both work.
Oh, okay. Over 360 pi r squared, which is 90 plus 70 over 360. Pi. How did you get oh, plus 48?
Yeah, you gotta do, or you do them each separately with this formula, but you can actually just add the angles up.
Oh, yeah, that makes more sense. It's 36 pi. So 90 plus 48. 138 over 360 times 36 pi. And then from there, so 69, oh wait, 43.35.
Okay. So what does that round
So
to?
43.4.
Yeah. Now the second number, it's a little unclear, but what they're asking for is the 90 plus 38 out of 360, basically the percentage of the circle, or decimal, which is a percentage,
Mm-hmm.
and that is 0.38.
Okay.
All right, number 48. All right, so the area of a regular polygon, another formula here, the area of a regular polygon is 1/2 the apothem times the perimeter.
Oh yeah.
And I think that's on your sheet there. The apothem is distance from the center to the side. The perimeter is going all the way around, as you know. So we got 1/2, 5, perimeter is 6 times 7.
1/2, 5. So area is 1/2 5 times 42. 5 times 42 is 210 divided by 2. 105. Sweet.
Okay, find the area of the figure. Unfortunately, I have to add an extra line here. So it's finding the area of the rectangle 10 and 16.
This would
Plus
be
the
circumference, right? We would like find the circumference of a circle.
area. So the
Oh,
half area.
of a circle. Oh yeah.
So this is 10 times 16 plus pi r squared, but we only want half the circle. So half the area. So 160.
Or 1/2 pi 25.
And what is the radius of this circle?
5.
5, good.
One divided by 2 pi 25 is 25 pi over 2 times 160
You have an answer?
is 6. What? I got like 6,283.
Yeah, I think you maybe there's a plus. Just estimating it,
Oh yeah, the
75
plus.
times 25 times 3, 75, 80-ish, half of that's 40. It looks like it's basically C there. All right, let me really quickly get this one up here in case you want to look at it later. The lateral area is 5 triangles, base 10, height of 30. So it's 5 times 1/2, 10 times 30, which ends up being 750. So you're down to C and D. And then you have to add in the area of the base, which is that pentagon. It's the
Oh yeah, 1/2
one,
8
the
times P.
apothem times the 5 times 10, 50, 20. I do this way, 75 times 5, 375, 187.5. So it ends up being letter C there.
Sweet.
Okay, we do have to stop here. Pretty good job on getting